The budget is tight but responsible. In the budget, we have found a means so that these pillars of our thinking are as clear and obvious as possible to the people and have positive consequences. These pillars are, of course, security. We want this budget to be fundamentally responsible. And here we are talking about the indicators that everyone pays attention to. It's both debt and deficit, as we all know. And we know that we would like these indicators to be lower. But at the same time, we do not want and will not allow the Polish economy to come to a halt or to withhold any money that should go to the people to improve the quality of life in Poland. Not to mention the defense industry and the army in a situation where we need to invest, and we are investing more than ever in our defense capabilities. And therefore, there is no exaggeration in this. The budget is tight but responsible. In the budget, we have found a means so that these pillars of our thinking are as clear and obvious as possible to the people and have positive consequences. These pillars are, of course, security. I don't need to tell anyone how much money we still spend on both armaments, but we also invest in the Polish defense industry and, of course, the military itself, as well as the services, the Ministry of Internal Affairs, everything that contributes to border security, air security, intelligence capabilities, etc. This security is not abstract. We want people in Poland to feel safe, to want to live here, have children, and raise them, and this effect despite challenges. This is 26 billion more than last year. We are constantly, including today, discussing this with the minister and working on it. We are ensuring that the significantly larger amount of money for health is not wasted in any way. That is why we meticulously oversee the work on this legislation to ensure that the funds are not squandered, so that, I use an unpleasant colloquialism here, but to genuinely serve the patient and improve the situation in healthcare. Quality of life also includes nurseries and kindergartens.
Poland is facing criticism for sending more air defense weapons to Ukraine, according to Military Watch magazine, with opponents questioning the impact on national security. The latest controversy centers on Patriot interceptors from Poland's own inventory, which were transferred to support Ukraine's US-made air defense systems. Regional reports said the discreet Patriot missile transfer occurred in spring 2026, before Poland later publicly confirmed it had supplied an unspecified number of interceptors. The transfer followed earlier donations of Poland's S-200D and S-125 air defense systems, along with other Soviet-era weapons and military equipment for Ukraine. Former Defense Minister Mariusz Blaszczak warned the move risked Poland's security, arguing Patriot assets are essential for defending NATO's eastern flank. Władysław Kosiniak-Kamysz said, and I quote, "Our Patriot batteries and their armaments serve to protect Polish airspace and NATO's eastern flank. Nothing changes in this regard, and we have no plans to move them anywhere," unquote. Warsaw's reported Ukraine transfer has therefore raised questions over that earlier stand, despite officials stressing that Poland did not transfer entire Patriot batteries. Deputy Defense Minister Cezary Tomczyk rejected claims that the move weakened Poland, saying aid to Ukraine helps intercept threats before they can reach Polish territory. Tomczyk said only a madman would argue that aiding Ukraine weakens Polish defenses, pointing to NATO and US assurances of rapid reinforcements in a crisis. Poland has supplied MiG-29 fighters to Ukraine, giving Kiev additional combat aircraft and sustaining its Soviet-designed fighter fleet during the war. Polish citizens have fought in the Ukraine war, with Warsaw moving to define legal protections for nationals involved in the conflict. Parliament provided legal cover in February 2026, addressing the status of Polish citizens who have served alongside Ukrainian forces. Earlier reports described Polish Special Forces activity, though Warsaw has not publicly detailed the scope or nature of any such military involvement. Polish contractor personnel have also reportedly deployed, supporting Ukraine through maintenance, logistics, and other specialist defense-related work. Meanwhile, Warsaw is also rapidly building its own deep precision strike capabilities, expanding long-range weapons designed to deter threats across NATO's eastern flank. Amid tensions teetering on the edge with Russia, Poland is rapidly ramping up its defenses and preparing for a wider threat. Poland is planning precision strike capabilities that could potentially reach targets beyond 1,000 kilometers, expanding its strategic reach. Strike drones, cruise missiles and ballistic missiles for deep strikes are among the weapons Warsaw is reportedly eyeing for its arsenal. Currently, Poland's land-based systems can strike targets at ranges of only around 300 kilometers, limiting their reach. The revelations were made by a top Polish defense official in an interview with Defense 24, outlining Warsaw's future plans. Russia's deadly retaliation against Ukraine has reportedly pushed Poland toward a major strategic shift in its long-range strike capabilities. Warsaw has already ordered hundreds of US-made JSSMER cruise missiles for its air force, strengthening its deep strike capacity. The JSSMER can reportedly strike targets up to 1,000 kilometers away while carrying a 450-kilogram warhead. Poland's contract for the American cruise missiles reportedly costs a whopping $735 million. Poland also plans to build CGR-080 rockets for its Homar K multiple launch rocket system, according to reports. This 80-kilometer rocket program could help expand Poland's domestic missile industrial base and strengthen local production. Additionally, Warsaw may develop longer-range weapons independently or jointly with allies, further expanding its strategic strike options. Against the backdrop of sustained tensions between Russia and NATO, the Russian Navy's Baltic Fleet carried out tactical air defense drills near Kaliningrad on August 26. The purpose of the exercise was to rehearse how Baltic Fleet units would respond to and repel a simulated enemy air raid aimed at their naval base and nearby military facilities. Crews from ships stationed at the Baltic Naval Base carried out their assigned training tasks, including surveillance, target detection, threat classification, and the simulated destruction of hostile aircraft. Under the drill scenario, Su-30 multirole fighters, Mi-24 helicopters and unmanned aerial vehicles from the fleet's drone units acted as the simulated attacking force. After detecting and classifying the incoming targets, the warship crews used their anti-aircraft missile and artillery systems to notionally destroy the simulated enemy force. The drills came amid continuing NATO military activity around the Baltic Sea, where alliance members have increased surveillance, exercises, and force readiness following Russia's war in Ukraine. Russia has previously rejected calls for the Baltic Sea to become what Moscow describes as a NATO inland sea, arguing that the alliance's expanding presence threatens Russia's security interests in the region. President Vladimir Putin has said Russia would respond to any emerging threats to Kaliningrad, a heavily militarized Russian exclave position between NATO members Poland and Lithuania.
Upgrade your news experience with the all-new HT app. Download now.